I don't know if you guys noticed, but recently there has been a lot of terror attacks in Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria has been battling terrorism for over 10 years. This started in 2014. Okay, let me not say 2014 because it has been happening way before 2014, but in 2014 it escalated. That was before the election that we had in 2015. Things escalated, especially with the kidnap of the Chibok girls, which got the global attention. So it's actually impacted the election of 2015, the election that brought Buhari in. So since then, the terror attacks have been on an increase. So when Buhari was voted in, we thought that okay, when Buhari come in, he was going to do something about it, but then he made it even worse. So Buhari, 10 years, 8 years later, Buhari has left the office and Tinubu has taken over. This terror attacks keeps on increasing every single day. Initially, the terror attacks started with attacks against Christians, and from there, Christians in the northeast, and from there it escalated to attacks against everybody, including Muslims, Christians.
Allahu Akbar. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Mun gode wa Allah, wannan shine baraki na wani gari na suna shi ba su zoi. Na kirawa ne. Allahu Akbar. Allah ya ba mu nasara kansu. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Mun gode wa Allah. Wannan shine barakin kirawa. Allah ya ba mu izina kai shiga nan. Wannan mota ne muna bonawa. Alhamdulillah.
Daga daidai na duwan nokin madar ba kuma lar trabla na da tradum adun koskuna watirna tadin koskuna watirna no ngane ter badum tapira sikese.
Everybody, anybody at all that opposes the terrorists, they are going to get you. So that was exactly what was happening. And before you know it, it's not just the northeast, it's spread to other regions, northwest, north central, southeast. Southeast one started in I think 2021, and since then it has been on increase as well. Then the middle belt, the south, and then the southwest. This has been going on for a long time. Though in these regions, there are states that have not really, you cannot really say that, okay, this state is going through, that like they're experiencing terrorism. But there are states that has more terror attacks than other states. See, I do not discriminate between terrorists, bandits, gunmen, or whatever. I call all of them terrorists. And that is exactly how it should be, in my own opinion. For some reason, I think that the reason why the world has not paid attention enough to Nigeria is because we brand terrorists, unknown gunmen, bandits. We give terrorists different baptismal names, which is not supposed to be. So I feel like giving them different names other than terrorists is watering down their atrocities. It's watering down the impact of the evil they have done to Nigerian people. So I call them, all of them, bandits, gunmen, whoever, anybody that takes the life of another person recklessly, I call that person a terrorist. That is my own definition of terrorist. So these guys have been carrying out attacks all over Nigeria, and our leaders seem to not know what to do. In fact, it is not even that they don't know what to do to these terrorists that is a problem. The problem is they keep on reintegrating these terrorists, they keep on reintegrating these terrorists into the military. They keep on giving them amnesty. And you guys, they're resisting with terror. When you keep on rewarding terrorists, other people, or wannabe terrorists will just look, okay, if I go into it, I think it will pay off. So other people will look and then they will emulate what others are doing, because there is no consequences for bad behavior. And that is exactly the number one problem in Nigeria. No consequences at all for bad behavior. So these terrorists roam the streets, they roam villages, killing people, like displacing people from their ancestral home and taking over, especially in the middle belt area and then in the northeast. Right now, there has been ongoing attacks in Kwara State. Kwara State is in north central, that is the middle belt, but Kwara State is closer to southwest. So this state borders Oyo State. And if something like this can be going on in Kwara State, you now that is, let's say you are in Oyo State, you will think that, okay, oh, it's just Kwara State, it's none of my business. You may think that it is none of your business. But one thing about terror is that it's like a cancer. It spreads. It keep on spreading. If you don't do something to stop it, when it's starting to germinate, you need to put a stop to it. And that was where our leaders got it wrong. And Kwara State used to be one of the most peaceful states in Nigeria. I've been there before. I've lived there before. They have amazing people, peaceful people. It was a shock when I saw people running away from their ancestral home yesterday. I saw the videos of people running away, the videos of people crying for help, calling the government. You know, it was heartbreaking to see such scene in Nigeria. The last time we saw something like that was, I think, in Benue State, sometime in 2020, 2019. What I saw yesterday coming from Kwara State was really bad. It was not nice at all. It was not nice. Many people have spoken against it, but our president and the security officials have not come out to address this particular issue. It's not about if they actually try to stop the terror, but the fact that there is no empathy. Even if you, like, maybe you don't want to do something, you don't want to tell the security officers to do their job, or you don't want to force them to resign if they cannot do the job, at least pretend to care. We have gotten to a place in Nigeria where the lives of human beings means nothing to Nigerian government. The lives, even to ordinary Nigerians, the lives of their fellow Nigerians means nothing to them. They'll just be like, this has been happening. Maybe today it starts now. You know, it will be as if because that thing did not start that day, that means it is normal. We should never normalize this kind of things. We should never normalize terror. We should never normalize this kind of life. It is not good at all. This is number one attribute of a failed state. And it hurts me so much to see Nigeria going down every single day. It is really painful. I don't know. Whenever I'm talking about Nigeria, I attach my emotions to it because even though I don't live in Nigeria, but I want to go back to Nigeria someday. Do you understand? I have families in Nigeria, and if you are in Anambra and you're saying that okay, this concerns Kwara State, it does not concern you, my dear, it will reach everybody. That is just the truth about terrorism. Even in Anambra State, there are some places right now that we are also experiencing terrorism in Anambra State. So that should tell you that this is not like an isolated case. It is something that affects everybody, and it's something that we all need to talk about. Africans, we do not address our problems, especially bringing it to light. We always try to, okay, if we suppress this problem, it is going to go away. No, it is never going to go away. For many years, Nigerians have been dying in silence, and the world did not pay attention. The world did not care about us. Now, few days ago, a bunch of Americans started tweeting, like the Western people, people in Europe, people in America. Terror in Nigeria got their attention. So they started talking about it. They were like, why is the world silent at the genocide of Nigerians, genocide that is going on in Nigeria, the ethnic cleansing and the killings in Nigeria? So that was when those Nigerians that have refused to speak on this the past how many years, those people now found their voice and they started saying, oh, why are Americans all of a sudden care about Nigeria? Why are Americans talking about the killings in Nigeria? What is their mission? What is their agenda? And I'm like, are you guys being serious right now? Are you guys actually being serious right now? Whatever the agenda is, the fact still remains that there are killings in Nigeria. Nigerians are dying and we need help. Why can't you see that we need help? Even if Americans are not going to help us, like in physically help us to stop the terror, at least speaking on it is better than keeping silent and suppressing the news. I find it like I understand that there are so many things that go on in this world that makes a lot of countries hypocrites, right? Not just countries, even among human beings. Many people are hypocrites, yeah. But then when interest aligns with you, common sense is supposed to tell you that okay, whatever the agenda is, the fact that my people are dying, the fact that these terrorists are going around Nigeria, sacking people from their farms, from their villages, and killing people on the road, kidnapping. Do you know how many people that have been kidnapped in Nigeria? I'm going to recommend you guys follow this guy. Follow Gwamnishu. His guy's name is Gwamnishu. Don't worry, if I remember his name, I will write it on your screen. Follow this guy and also follow a lot of other people. There are so many kidnapping cases in Nigeria. just that the media suppresses this news. A lot of people are losing their own people. In many cases, even after paying the ransom, they will still buy the person. So we need help. We need that publicity. We need the world to pressure our government to do something. We need the outrage. We need people to push whatever agenda they want to push. We need help. We need people to, we need attention, as much attention as we can get. That is the only way to make our leaders to speak on it. Because if you say that Americans or Europeans or other people should not talk about our problems, meanwhile, all of us talk about the problems of other people. And if you say that they should not talk about our problems, our leaders that are not talking about it, what difference does it make? Which one is better? Our leaders do not even care. They don't even talk about it. Nothing. They just pretend like this thing does not happen. And pretending that terror or something is not happening, something that is happening, you know very well that this thing is happening and this thing is not good. And then you decided to pretend that it does not happen. It will never make it go away. No matter what, it will never make, even it will make it worse because it's going to embolden those terrorists. It's going to tell them that okay, people do not know what we are doing. There is no attention. There is no torchlight on us. So let's just continue with what we are doing. That is it, and that is not something that should be encouraged. Nigerians need to wake up. We cannot solve our problems by ourselves. No matter how many times we say, we cannot bring, even our leaders are suppressing us. So we cannot actually do this. Look at how Nigeria is going down every single day. How many of our leaders have come out to talk about these problems? How many of them have come out to actually do something to stop the killings? Who has ever resigned? Which security leader in Nigeria has resigned for not doing his job? Which of them have been sacked for not doing their job? Nobody, nothing. Our politicians do not care. We only have ourselves. So the only option that we have is to seek for help. If there are people that are talking about it, bringing attention of the world to it, so be it. We should encourage those people to continue, not to discourage them by pushing conspiracy theories. Let us come together to speak against the killings in Nigeria. It is not nice. It is not right. It is not normal. That level of killings is not normal. That level of terrorism, different terror groups emerge every single day, kidnappers everywhere. It is not normal at all. At the end of the day, we are all Nigerians, and the earlier we get our countries together, the better for all of us.